So today we've got another meta ad reaction video. The comments that you guys have left saying these are really helpful on previous ad reaction videos are absolutely fantastic. Just like before, these are ads that I haven't seen before. They've been gathered by my team. These are companies we don't have direct involvement with. Let's see what we've got. So this first ad is for a driveway cleaning service. One interesting thing to note that it's active and it's been running since May 2nd, almost 10 months as of the recording of this video. So it's likely performing reasonably well. A whole bunch of hashtags in the primary text, not a big fan of that. But let's go ahead and give the creator a watch.
We got Ben here on the surface cleaner on the driveway. As you can see, this difference is insane. We got dirty and clean. But that's how we do it with the heat. Steam cleaner, 8 gallons a minute, 4,000 PSI. This is how we get the concrete super, super clean. And Ben here is tearing away. So let's get a closer look. Get more clean than that. End result on top, you know, we always do it best.
Okay, this is an interesting ad. Firstly, thing to note about is the style, right? So it's very low production, it's very authentic, which I think works quite well for this service. We're cleaning driveways here. If you were advertising a corporate lawyer or a surgeon, you'd need to be much more polished and put together, but this feels very appropriate for the brand. It's selfie style, I assume using a phone, and I'm guessing this guy is one of the owners of the business, and it's kind of a mixture therefore of founder-led and a demonstration of the service being implemented, so you're ticking both those boxes, which I really like. The fact that they are using a phone in this style creates natural movement. It's not like artificial movement within the video ad, it's natural movement. That can help grab attention in the first place. The fact that their service produces a very obvious visible result is great, because that can really help sell the service, and they're doing a good job demonstrating that. Let's go through opening again.
All right, we got Ben here on the surface cleaner on the driveway. As you can see, this...
No messing about, straight in. We've got Bay here on a surface cleaner on the driveway. It's immediately clear what this is about.
Difference is insane. We got dirty and clean. But that's how we do it with the heat. Steam cleaner, 8 gallons a minute, 4,000 PSI.
So he's then explaining some of the stuff, some of the reasons why what they do is potentially better than their competition, or they can deliver you the result that you want. They've got this equipment with 4,000 PSI, steam cleaned, setup.
This is how we get the concrete super, super clean.
This is why it works.
It's tearing away, so let's get a closer look.
Demonstrating how it works. You can see a real visual difference, right, between parts that have been done and parts that haven't.
Get more clean than that.
You can't get more clean than that. And you can see that the tone of this guy here is, I'm your friendly younger guy near in your neighborhood that's entrepreneurial and cares and is trying to make something of himself. And I think that's probably a vibe that can work for this business, where there'll be people seeing this being like, okay, not only can I clearly see they know what they're doing, but I'm happy to support this younger business with this, you know, I'm assuming this is the business owner or one of the business owners, and he's a younger guy and being entrepreneurial and trying to make things happen, and people will resonate with that. So I think this style that he's got is quite casual, it's quite informal. Again, works for this business, but probably also works within the context. Other businesses could not use this for sure.
On top, you know, we always do it best.
You know, we always do it best might be a little bit cringy almost. I rather a call to action, because what's not included in this video ad is, what's the next steps? Like, if I'm interested, okay, I come out to the ad, I imagine it's, okay, send message is the funnel they're using. It would be very easy to just mention that at the end of the video, being like, if you want a driveway like this, click the button, send us a message, and we'll be in touch to make it happen. It'd be really easy to add on the end and would probably lift the results of this ad. I think it's pretty good. I would like them to produce other types of ads to test different styles. I imagine this works really well. Well, it has been running since 2nd of May, so that's a really good indication so far. This is a really good example of an ad performing well for a specific business in a specific use case. There are other businesses that could create ads like this, but many that could not. It would not work for them. So you really have to understand your market and what's done. But yeah, I mean, hats off to them. I think that's a good like 8 out of 10 ad. There's a few other things that could be added in. Most important would be the call to action at the end. He could have potentially included a little bit more information around who this is for. If you can just add in a quick list of like, this is for people with dirty driveways. I don't know if they do commercial work, but if you just provide a little list, when you say the option that is accurate to the person watching this video, they go, ah, yeah, that's me. So in a lot of my content, we might say, or if we're advertising our own services, like our own meta ad services, for example, we would say, we work with SaaS businesses, lead gen, e-commerce, local, and we list them off instead of saying we work across the board different types of businesses on their meta ads, because we know that if someone is a lead gen based company and we say we run lead gen campaigns or they're local and they hear that and they go, ah, that's me, they're more likely to pay attention. So I think that's probably another fairly obvious thing that you could look to add in, but like they've still done a good job. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So I've been told this is a smart home installation service, JSJ Smart Homes. Again, another ad's been running a while, March 13th, 2025, almost a year, so that's a good indication. We've got some primary text, get a smart home, quote in less than 3 mins, no space between 3 and mins. Another great project in London, 40k plus install. So they're including that information to try and speak to their ideal customer, that look, if you're looking for a cheap and easy version, this isn't for you. This is the sort of stuff we do. Security, lighting, audio, visual, HVAC, even the fish tank. And again, there's not a space between that checkbox and the E on the even. These sorts of things do my head in. It's very simple, attention to detail, and can easily be fixed. But let's go ahead and have a look at the actual video itself.
A major renovation all the way through the ground floor, big extension at the back.
Let's have a quick look. Let's go.
Let's go through, yeah. So we're managing the AC, the heating, the lighting, the blinds, although he hasn't actually finished making those yet, so they're not installed.
Oh, intercoms, have a quick browse at that.
So yeah, we've got intercom. They've got full. They've got remote access to the door, so they can pop the door open from inside, from remotely.
Shall I press that quickly? Just show them quickly. Let's.
Okay, I hadn't clocked this before, but this ad is 4 minutes and 47 seconds long. That is crazy. I don't think I'm going to go through the whole thing because I think we're kind of getting the idea of it already. So what are they doing well? They're on site. This is very much demonstrating what they do. Love that. In terms of how this ad looks and is put together, I'm confused. So I get the idea that we've got one person, by the looks of things, from the company filming someone else who's demonstrating what they're doing on site. Similar to the previous one, low production value type setup. It's a semi-building site because they're installing things. That works. But why they've got a split screen showing the guy who's filming's eyes and just like half his face the whole time, that we don't need that. So I would get rid of this bit and then just include this. When it first popped up, I always felt like it was going to be like a reaction video. You know, we'd have one person reacting to another video and that was the vibe. This part up top, like 40k smart home in London Feb 25 update, is like the font, the look of it for a business that is positioning themselves as like premium audio visual smart home type stuff. That is not a good look. That is a pretty budget text overlay and banner up on top. So that could be definitely improved. The reason why I went to have a look at the time was I had a feeling that this guy's demonstrating what they've done, what they're doing to the property, but he's taking way too long. So this is the sort of thing where I wouldn't be surprised if we watched the whole thing. You could then condense this thing down into 30 seconds, 45 seconds, maybe a minute, and still convey all the information, but without all the fluff and the filler. They should have done a few retakes of this. There's like a kid or a baby crying in the background. Not a good look. There's people wandering around. Just simple things that you could tidy up. When you're creating ads like this, it's actually not too bad if you go ahead and record a whole bunch of content, but then just in the editing, really cut it down to the important parts. Like, I'm sure they could have taken this and edited it down. Let's have a quick look at the hook again.
A major renovation all the way through the ground floor, big extension at the back.
Let's have a quick look. Let's go.
Let's go through, yeah. So
I actually think that's a decent opener. I mean, it's not my favourite hook, but starting out with a major renovation, all the way through the ground floor, extension at the back, have a quick look. Okay, I mean, the tone and the setting and then moving into the property, that's all good. The fact that this is smart home installation, but they've talked about a major renovation, all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this business didn't do the major renovation, like the extension. Might have been a different company and they've come in and done smart home installation. Maybe they're doing that to try and call out the target market. Like if you're having an extension or renovation done anyway, we'll come in like the perfect time to get the smart home stuff installed. Maybe, maybe not. That just seems a little bit confused to me because it doesn't seem to tie into the next part. So had he just said, so this client had a major renovation, perfect time to get us involved to install the smart home stuff, that would be similar to what they've done, but significantly improved. But like the setting, they got that part right, again, other than the bizarre split screen going on. And if I jump back out, active still since March 13th. I mean, this ad might be working simply because these types of businesses are often actually really quite easy to run profitable ads for. Why? Because this customer's worth 40K. So they could be paying a ton in terms of cost per lead and even more in terms of cost per new customer acquired and still be profitable. Like if they paid $5,000 to get a new customer, that might still be profitable for them. In fact, probably will be. So you can kind of get away with a lot. I think you could quite easily come up with versions of ads, even just that footage alone, but ideally you'd have other footage that was significantly better, significantly more polished, looked better, was less confusing from a creative standpoint, and would get significantly better results. We'll get back to the video in a second, but first I want to let you know about Motion. Motion is an AI-powered creative analytics tool that helps you know what's working, why it's working, and the exact ads to make next. That makes it way easier to spot patterns like which hooks are winning, what angles are working, which formats are carrying results, without spending hours messing around in Ads Manager. Here I'm inside my Motion account and I can check out these visual first reports like creative type comparison. Videos are getting more spend than the other ad formats, but generating a significantly higher CPA at £856 in comparison to images at 189 and carousel at 222. And here's another great example called top hooks. So if you click onto this report, you can see that each video ad of ours has been assigned a hook score. And if we scroll down, we've got this thumb stop metric, which is the percentage of people who decided to watch the rest of the video ad based on our hook. Some have much higher thumb stop percentages than others. That's really useful information because we could take a look at the outliers and think that hook worked really well. Let's produce more ads that have a hook that is similar to this one. Motion has also got AI agents that will directly tell you which ads to make next. And there's even competitor tracking, so you can keep tabs on what your rivals are launching. If you're running meta ads seriously, especially if you've got multiple campaigns, multiple creatives, or a team, this is one of the cleanest ways to turn performance data into an actual creative plan. There's a 14-day free trial if you want to test it. Link is in the video description. Okay, next ad is for a free 6-week fitness course. Business called Gravity Transformation. And let's have a look. Okay, so another ad that's been running ages, since June 18, 2024. So 18 months plus. Okay, Gravity Transformation, get 6 weeks shred, get your very own personal coach, personalized meal plan, different workouts every time, click the button to sign up, limited availability, free 6-week shred. Okay, let's have a look at this video.
Think you can't transform in just 6 weeks? We dare you to prove yourself wrong. I get it. We've all got reasons. Maybe you're swamped with work and just can't find time for the gym. Or you think hiring a personal trainer will break the bank. Maybe you don't even know where to start with meal prep, right? Well, stop stressing because I've got some amazing news for you. Check this out. Our game-changing free 6-week shred program is here to obliterate all those excuses. Yeah, you heard me. It's free. Only got time for the gym a few days a week? No problem. Our expert coaches will take you under their wing and make sure every single minute counts. Confused about what to eat? Don't sweat it. We're talking personalized meal plans that suit your lifestyle. Trust me, you won't even miss the junk food. And yeah, the best part, did I mention it's absolutely free? Seriously, you've got nothing to lose except maybe a few pounds. So come on, let's stop letting life get in the way of living. Join our 6-week shred program and take that first step towards feeling like a brand new you. Just click learn more and I promise you won't regret it.
Okay, this one's a real mixed bag. So firstly, whenever you are claiming to be able to get results for prospects, whether that's B2C or B2B, if you can demonstrate proof that you're able to get results, that's really helpful. How has this guy done it? Well, he's clearly in fantastic shape, right? So that helps. Being topless for a lot of ads would be totally random. For what he's selling, makes a lot of sense. He's in great shape. There's proof. So one of the huge barriers and hurdles to overcome has been done simply with that. Then a lot of the copy is actually quite good, or say copy script. I'm using interchangeably here because he's going hard in terms of overcoming objections. And I think that's particularly important for a business like this that operates in a market with a lot of skepticism. Because there'll be lots of people being like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, tried that diet, tried this fitness program, didn't work, etc., etc. So I think there's a lot of that in this space. So I think that works quite well. With that said, there are definitely some things that I would change. I think in this instance, higher production values would absolutely help. Like the camera positioning's a little bit odd. I mean, he's in a gym, so that's fine, but like it could just look better, couldn't it? The visuals could be better. Instead of just moving in and out of one camera, you could have a couple of different cameras. Audio quality could be a bit better. Production value. I think that would be beneficial in this instance, the sort of more raw, authentic. I think if you were raw, authentic and you were advertising like a local PT service, I think that would be better, because it's like, yeah, I'm the friendly guy down the road you can work with. Don't expect something super polished. This is someone pitching a digital thing, a free course, which I assume has some sort of info or coaching, online coaching based upsell. I think the bar is higher for what people expect in terms of production and how polished something needs to look. But let's go through it again.
Think you can't transform in just 6 weeks? We dare you to prove yourself.
I don't think that's a bad hook line. Like, think you can't do it in 6 weeks? Like, we dare you to prove yourself wrong. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad.
Wrong. I get it. We've all got reasons. Maybe you're swamped with work and just can't find time for the gym. Or
Overcoming
you think
more
hiring
objections.
A personal trainer will break the bank. Maybe you don't even know where to start with meal prep, right? Well, stop stressing, because I've got some amazing.
Like, the editing
news for
could be
you.
a lot
Check
better.
this out.
It's just
Our game-changing
in and out.
free
It's
6-week
very
shred
basic.
program is here to obliterate all those excuses.
He's also very clear in the offer proposition, like the value provided. It's a free 6-week program. It's going to obliterate your excuses.
Yeah, you heard me. It's free. Only got
Emphasizing the free.
time for the gym a few days a week? No problem. Our expert coaches will take you under their wing and make sure every single minute counts. Confused about what to eat?
So he's addressing objections and saying how the program helps with that in multiple instances.
Trust me, you won't even miss the junk food. And yeah, the best part, did I mention it's absolutely free? Seriously.
A little bit corny, a little bit cheesy to re-emphasize the free, but not too bad.
You've got nothing to lose except maybe a few pounds. So come on.
Nothing to lose except maybe a few pounds. It's not that sophisticated, is it? But it's also not bad either, because it is free, low barrier to entry.
Join our 6-week shred program and take that first step towards feeling like a brand new you.
It's got a call to action at the end, join the program. Why should it re-emphasizing the benefits associated with taking that step? I think they're a real mixed bag. There's some really good parts and some not very good parts. This would be benefit, like I already said, from high production values. It would also massively benefit from some B-roll, not just this guy stood there, but some other things going on. You could demonstrate people who have been through the program in like a before and after standpoint. You have to be careful to some extent with meta advertiser policies, but in a video format, doing it sequentially as opposed to alongside each other should be fine. Other elements, you could show some B-roll of showing what's within the program. So it's like expert coaches. How is that delivered? Are these like Zoom calls, or is it within a school community? Like, how does that work? So you could show a lot more that's being done. But in terms of like the marketing fundamentals of like reasonable hook, value proposition delivered, call to action, that bit's quite good. It's more the packaging around it that could really improve. So you could take the good parts of this and massively improve this with not that much effort. And I think you'd get a lot more people opting in for your free 6-week course. I would assume this is done reasonably well, given it's been going ages. But I just think they could do a lot better. Okay, let's move on to this next one, which is for a chiropractic clinic called Sheen Road Chiropractic. Okay, an ad that's been running ages, absolutely ages, 2.5 years. So let's have a look. West London, nobody should have to live with aches and pains. So imagine this: no painkillers, no useless GP appointments, no sleepless nights, no pain at work, at home, in the car, at the gym. That's good ad copy. That is good ad copy. Claim a free consultation plus 70% off full treatment now. That seems like a very strong offer. I've worked with a lot of businesses like this, and they are often very reluctant to offer anything that even comes close to a good offer. They're often really tame. A free consultation plus 70% off full treatment, like, yeah, that's really strong. So far, so good from what I'm seeing.
For people living in West London struggling with muscle or joint pain, this is for you. You know? The kind of pain that ruins your sleep, your day at work, your workout at the gym. The kind of pain that no matter what you do, nothing helps. There's a solution. This is Dr. Camilla. For 23 years, she's helped thousands of people escape their pain. Just look at all these happy people. Now it's your turn. Dr. Camilla just introduced something brand new at her clinic, and she's giving you 70% off. That means you save 83 pounds. But she's only taking 30 people this month. Don't miss out. Claim your spot by clicking the Get Offer button below this video.
Okay. I don't like the editing, and I don't like the style. I think there are better alternatives. But there are still, within that, some really good things in this ad. Okay? So, first of all, we start with a very strong call out. So Richmond in West London is where this business is based. If that's where you live or you live near there, you're far more likely to pay attention to this. So they've done that really well. It zooms in, the movement's going to help grab attention in the first place. So we've really quickly established who this is for, use the call out method. It's a good hook. And it says for people struggling with muscle or joint pain, so it then further clarifies you're in this location and you have this issue. It literally says this is for you. So within the first 4 seconds, we've established quite a lot about who should and shouldn't pay attention to this, which I like. Extra emphasis on the problem. So we've established who it's for. We're now agitating the problem. This is good marketing fundamentals. The clips are designed to entertain, very much designed to hold attention. This is a type of ad that I would position as a high risk one. It could potentially hurt your brand a little bit. It's also very likely to either work really well or work really poorly. The fact that it's been running 2.5 years would lead me to think that this has probably been worked really well. But it is a high risk play to do something like this, and it often conflicts with like a brand image you're trying to present.
No matter what you do, nothing helps. There's a solution. This is Dr. Camilla.
I do like that they jump into, we're getting out of the clips. Here's the real person, Dr. Camilla. Look at her working on doing client work. I think that's good. Then they emphasize the stuff that she's been able to do. So the fantastic results for thousands of years. She's been able to help people escape. They're flashing up a load of 5-star reviews.
Escape their pain. Just look at all these happy people. Now it's your turn. Dr. Camilla just introduced something brand
And then they move into the offer.
new at her clinic, and she's giving you 70% off. That means you save 83 pounds.
70% off, you make a big saving.
But she's only taking 30 people this month.
So they're including some scarcity in there. Only 30 people, which is something that businesses underutilize massively. Like in the ones we reviewed already today, haven't mentioned that. The scarcity of limited supply, limited slots available would absolutely make people go, oh, I better get this book now, as opposed to, yeah, I'll get to that when I get to that, and then they forget and they never do. So that's a tried and tested method to help improve ad results. So that's great. They talk about this month. Ironically, this has been running like 30 months. No, 30, more than that, 32 months maybe.
Claim your spot by clicking the Get Off
Then they've got a specific call to action
button below this video.
They've also got that done in 37 seconds. That's reasonably short for the information conveyed. So like all the like marketing stuff, the fundamentals that I want to see are very good. Offer's good. I'm not surprised it's been running a long time. I expect this is working really well. I would also just like to take all of that and do it in quite a different style. Not a big fan of like the AI voice. The clips are risky, especially if you're trying to build like a premium or luxury brand. That is not something I do with like the little funny clips and that sort of editing style. But for a chiropractic business that's operating locally, can afford to be a little bit more informal and personable, I think this has probably worked really well. If I was in charge of this, I would sort of reluctantly test this and only run this if this delivered a much better CPA than alternatives. In an ideal world, I'd like to take a lot of what was done in that ad, but in a different style, and multiple different styles to see which works well. But the actual meat of the ad was very good, and they've got what I would suggest is a really good offer. 2 quick things before you go. If you want us to create your ads for you or teach you how to create much better ads and some of the options that we've just seen there are links to both in the video description below. Also, if you like this ad creative reaction style content and want to see more of it, you could do so right here.